Yes, 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 yes. 2018, baby, 2018.
Last day.
It was crazy. What's up, y'all? What's up, family? Welcome to Everything OG. My name is Deviant the Digger.
I'm B Double.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And this is gonna be a special episode. It's the 2018 wrap up. You know what I'm saying? Just, some of our favorite records and some of our best finds of the year. And it's been a nice little doozy. You know what I'm saying? I think you had a pretty good 2018 when it comes to records, though, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you say so.
You killing me. Because, you claim you didn't go out as much, and I know you just had a kid, so you can't get out as much. But you still got some trinkets, though.
I didn't go out as much as I usually do. I take care of the babies. So I didn't get out as much. Then I didn't, had to buy formula and diapers. So, you can't.
Limited, not as many thrift stores this year, not
as many. I think I did more thrift stores this year than anything. Didn't do the record stores a lot. Didn't do the flea markets as much.
No record shows too much.
I think I went to one record show this year. One. But, the usual, didn't do it this year. But I think I still managed to come up on some good things.
I think
I didn't even do online as much this year either.
No?
No.
Wow.
I use it, but, usually I'm the amount of records I buy a month online or I didn't do it this month.
Wow. Well, for me, I had a pretty smooth 2018. I didn't get as many records as I do this year as I used to, like, say, 2017 and beyond, or above, below. But I still got some okay stuff. But Everything OG family, we appreciate you watching. We're going to get right into this 2018 wrap up. All right, you go first, man. What's up? What you got, man? What your favorite finds of 2018, man? Starting off, what genre? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I can't wait to see.
I'll start it off.
Oh.
Sealed copy of the Pezant Brothers featuring Buford Express. Loose and Juicy.
Nice.
This was a surprise find, which I found in the record store. Shout out to the record parlor.
Nice. Cool little break on there too, right?
I don't know. It's still sealed.
Okay.
I don't know what it sounds like. I'll eventually get around to opening it and playing it.
For sure.
Right now, we just want to let it sit like a vintage wine and marinate.
Yes, sir. Well, let me start off with a little jazz piece right here. In fact, I got a few jazz pieces, but this one right here is Thelonious Monk plays Duke Ellington. And this was definitely one of my favorite finds of 2018 because Sample Snitch, very famous Wu-Tang sample in this album.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
Shame on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? The little piano
okay.
part that comes in. I think ODB comes with that little piano part, if I'm not mistaken. But, this is a dope.
The horns is Syl Johnson, right?
Yeah.
That
that part right there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
RZA was good at that, finding little small piano transition pieces.
Yeah, he was good at that, and because the way he brought this in was smooth, and what I like about it is this is a smooth, not just because of the Wu-Tang sample, but it's just a good album. Smooth Monk album, and you don't see too much Monk, so I definitely was happy when I found this piece, and this is one of my favorite finds right here, Duke Ellington, played by Thelonious Monk. What you got, man?
One of my favorite thrift store scores was a 2-for-1.
Uh-oh.
I caught Raphael Sadiq, The Way I See It.
Yes.
And J-Lib, Champion Sound.
That is a come up.
And these are the OG versions. And,
Did you already have a Champion Sound?
I had the MP3s and stuff from back in the day, but... you see a hip-hop album. One to find I regret passing up, there was a Boogie Down production, Criminal Minded, in the thrift store.
Pass it up,
think about it, they wanted $7 for it. And I was like, $7? In the thrift store? It's just the principle of it. But now that I think about it, I should have bought it because it was clean. It was double LP. It was the reissue press, but still, that's a good one to have.
Right.
Sometimes you got to let go of your principles and cop, you know.
Nah, I feel you. All right, well, sticking with the jazz. Two for right here. I got my the Catalyst. I was very happy to get these pieces this year because I had to complete the cipher. You say the cipher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got all four now. And
welcome to the club.
And shout out to my boy Forrest for this one right here. He's gonna connect on this one, and shout out to my boy Patah on this one. You know what I'm saying, all my best friends, and he helped me up with this and Unity, and they're both just killer pieces, you know that. And I'm happy, like you said, happy to finally complete the cipher on these two. I mean, on the Catalyst collection, because I am a completist. And bam, you know what I'm saying, definitely was an overjoyed moment when I got both of these this year in 2018. Word up. What you got, man?
Well, since we're talking about completing the discography, I got a few that I went all out to get to complete it. Wow.
Okay. Oh, I see you go. Uh-oh.
You know, the artistics. I have to get the artistics.
Wow. Wow. This is all of them, huh?
Yeah.
The whole set?
The whole set. There might be one more in the shelves or something I didn't pull out. I'm not sure. I can't remember right now.
I think that's all of them. Wow.
You know.
Because I don't have all these.
I have to go and get them. You know. As you know, I'm a lover of soul. And nobody did soul. Well, I ain't going to say nobody, but Brunswick, Dakar, they were one of the good soul labels. You know, you got an album there. You was getting some real good top-notch soul.
Nice.
You know.
That's hot, man. Well, still sticking to the jazz theme for me, Herbie Hancock. You know what I'm saying? Empyrean Isle. And it's a classic Blue Note record right here. It's got Freddie Hubbard on there and Ron Carter.
Oh, okay.
And got a very famous sample on there, Cantaloupe Island.
Is that the annoying song by Us Three?
Us Three. I like that song.
I hated that song. They played the hell out of it that summer. And, MTV loved that shit.
Word up. But yeah.
Like, they don't cut this crap
it's a dope album, though. It's Herbie Hancock. And it's got a famous Rakim sample on here, too. But,
Simply E?
Simply E.
Rakim bit.
He
She came out first. Love, everybody want to play my funk.
But it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Go scoop it up.
What happened to her?
Go scoop it up, though. I mean, I definitely recommend this Herbie. I love most Herbie stuff anyway, but this one right here is really dope. One of his dopest albums. It's on Blue Note, so one of my favorite albums of 2018. Shout out to Third Eye on the Connect on this one. I walked in there one day on the Humble, and we were just sitting there and like in the run, pretty much in the front of the, you know what I mean, the new arrivals. So I was like, "Ooh, this is meant to be." So yes, scoop. What you got, homie?
Since you're talking about Herbie Hancock,
Herb.
We're going to keep the Herbiness going.
Oh, no. Oh, what?
And Flood.
Oh, no.
The Japanese. Only. Live in Japan.
Ooh.
And shout out to Alex Santos, who I copped this from. And shout out to the Record Jungle, who he copped it from. So it's like the cycle of life, you know. Wow. One person buys it from someplace, and you buy it off of them, and you have it. And then if you don't, you sell it versus... But yeah, you know.
That is insane. I mean, that's definitely a rare piece right there.
You know, too bad I don't have the Obi, but other than that, like I said,
I mean, only Herbie record maybe more rare than that. It would be the Flexi disc that came out. He had.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? But you know that is what it is. But that's L. Well, sticking in the jazz range still, because it was a decent jazz year for me, man. You know, I'm gonna do a little thrift store jazz action real quick. This is Jack Wilson. I caught this on the Humble at a thrift store by the house for like 75 cents. And it's a really dope record. Something personal by Jack Wilson. Just to cover once more. It's on Blue Note. And what I like about this record is, first of all, you know, he's an ill piano player, but he got Roy on the vibes. Roy Ayers is on the vibe on this album.
You know the vibes.
You know what I mean? It's going in, too.
Vibration.
And it's dope. And this is an amazing body of work.
Any sample noteworthies on there?
Nobody that I know sampled on here, except, you know, I may have to. but nobody sampled that I know. But it's definitely a dope body of work. Just a nice listen, nice bop, and scoop it up. It's a nice 2018 thrift store find for your boy David the Digger. What you got, Young B Dub?
Since we're talking about the Jazz, I'm gonna go to the Black Jazz.
Yes, sir.
You know, caught Don
Doug
Karn,
Adam's Apple. Nice one.
Rudolph Johnson, Spring Rain. Shout out to Mona Lisa, DJ Mona Lisa, for the hookup at Amoeba on these. Walter Bishop Jr., which I caught for $1, as you all may recall. Shout out to Gimme Gimme. And Gene Russell, Talk to My Lady, who I caught from yours truly himself.
Yeah. Well, where you got that from?
So now that brings my total Black Jazz count up to 11.
Nice.
So 9 more to go.
Nice. Well, since you brought some Black Jazz up, bam, Chester Thompson, Powerhouse, killer album. I think this actually might be like probably the funkiest of the soul jazz stuff on this label. And I got this from shout out to your boy Bernie from Beatbox Records. He had this on the wall, and I had to scoop it up immediately.
Could have used the Seam Easies on these.
Yeah, he didn't do that, but I still copped. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, don't get me wrong.
Gave me a nice fair price on it because of that. But the record's clean, and it's definitely a nice listen. You got your boy Rudolph Johnson on here too.
Oh, okay.
He's on the personnel. So yeah, dope album. Chester Thompson, Powerhouse, definitely added to my Black Jazz, like he said, collection. So I'm only got just a couple more to go, y'all, and I'm in the game.
All right.
Word up. What you got, man?
Since we're talking about small label obscurities, I decided to get into the gospel.
Gospel, wow.
And one good label for gospel is Stack's own The Gospel Truth. And dope. I caught Message from the Soul Brothers. Message from the Ghetto. The Sons of True.
I like that cover.
The Gospel Artistics. Charles May and Ann Mae Thomas.
Nice.
Tribute to the late Brother Joe. Songs of Our Father. Songs Our Father used to sing.
Nice.
Now, I've had this before numerous times, but what made this one special notable is I caught it in the thrift store, for $2. Like, wow. And then my favorite find.
Wow.
The only time I went to any record convention show this year, I caught T.L. Barrett and the Youth for Christ Choir. I found the answer.
It's an ill one.
Caught it for $2.
Wow.
Woo! But,
I mean, how could you not buy that for $2?
Exactly. And what amazed me was it was some few diggers known for getting stuff that hit the box before me.
What?
Yes. But see, that goes back to my theory. Records find you. Records find you. Like if it's meant to be.
That's the building block theory?
Yeah. Because sometimes I see records and like, yo, dude was in this crate before me. How did he miss this? Maybe he had it. Or maybe it didn't appeal to him. Whatever the case may be.
Wow.
It found me. So, I don't complain.
Well,
I'll take it.
I'm going to do this right here. Still sticking with my Jazzy-Ola here. Nathan Davis, Magatuka. And Nathan Davis is an ill tenor sax player. And all his stuff is kind of like obscure, underground, private press stuff. And you don't see his stuff too much, obviously. But this one right here, I got shout out to Record Jungle, my boy Andy, you know what I'm saying? AKA Space Boy Boogie X at Record Jungle. He had this on the wall. No one copped it. I immediately snatched it because I'm into Nathan Davis stuff. So this is like my second, I think, or third Nathan Davis album that I own. So definitely happy about this. Go ahead and scoop it if you don't have it. It's a nice bop. And one of my favorite finds in 2018.
Since we're talking about Record Jungle finds.
Uh-oh.
The Honeysuckle Breeze. Wow. Tom Scott with the California Dream. I had one before. I had the green label.
Okay.
This one is the black label.
ABC label, yeah.
So I got to get the orange label and I'll be complete. But,
but you had to scoop it, right?
Had to scoop it. And I thought it'd be gone by the time I got there.
But it wasn't.
It wasn't. So, again,
it found you?
Records find you.
Well, let me see here. This is Bobby Humphrey. You know what I'm saying? Live at Montreux. And I have been looking for this for a while. You know, when I found out, because at first I didn't even know about it at first for a while. And then I found out about it. I was like, okay, so it's Bobby and it's ill. Ain't No Sunshine live version on here, of course. And what's crazy about this record though, B-Dub, is you can look at it. It's the same photo shoot as the Blacks and Blues album.
Okay.
And when saying, you know, saying Get Up. So it looked like they just took some stock photos from that photo shoot and just. But it's ill though. You know what I'm saying? Nice little Blue Note piece. Bobby Humphrey live. Scoop it up. You don't have it. I found this at a little thrift spot, and I'm happy about that. So, dope record, man.
Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Take it back to the jazz.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know, I should have did this when we was talking about Roy Ayers.
It's all ill. You know what I'm saying? What you got, though?
I should have mentioned this when you were talking about the Roy Ayers connection. But I caught a couple of Roy Ayers joints to complete my Roy Ayers collection.
Wow. Nice.
Lots of loving. It was sealed. And compliments of my man Manny from Moonshine Records. Shout out to him. And then I needed this last one to complete my ubiquity.
Tear to a Smile.
Tear to a Smile.
Dope album. 2000 Black is my cut.
Shout out to Sound Stations Records. You know, so
nice.
Yeah.
Well,
those are two good ones I found.
Well, since you still talking about Roy, real quick, I just go to this. This is Justo, and it's a dope piece produced by Roy Ayers on his label that he came up with called Una Melodic, and this is definitely a nice piece to have. Don't never see it, and goes for a little, you know, little pretty penny, not too crazy, but if you ever see it though, scoop it. Justo, you know what I'm saying, and a little tidbit on this guy right here, Justo. He is also included in the band on that plays on the James Mason album.
Okay.
Rhythm of Life.
Yeah.
He's in that band, that the group. So he's in there playing on that also, the tenor sax, and also Michael Walden was on that album too. Just as a side note. But anyway, Justo, y'all, scoop it up. That can't go wrong. Produced by Roy Ayers. Amazing. What you got, man?
Dun, dun, dun. I got some soul one-offs that I got. I guess I'll talk about those.
Okay.
You know. Make it flow. Make it flow. Back to the Brunswick label. You know, sometimes I see records on people's IG that weren't on my radar, and I'll be like, "Wow, that looks interesting," or or something I might have thought I had or thought about, and I see somebody get it. I'm like, "Wow, okay, let me look for those." I want to shout out to my boy DVS1 Anthony, because he had 2 heavyweights on there, the Sly, Slick, and the Wicked, and Young, Tough, and Terrible, both by the Lost Generation on Brunswick.
Wow, those are nice ones.
So when I saw those, I was like, hey, I might need to go and find those. And fortunately, I found these for very good prices. Normally, this one is an expensive record. But unfortunately, I was able to find it for affordable costs. This one you can usually find for about $20, $25. You know, but don't let the cost of it, you know, mislead you. It's definitely as dope as this one.
Right.
You know, they both have a similar vibe and feel to it. You know.
Nice. Okay. Oh,
what you got, man?
Well, let me let me give a shout out to some ladies real fast, man. I know I just did Bobby Humphrey, but let me give a shout out to some ladies, man. You know what I'm saying? Got these two right here from the same spot. So that's why I'm gonna go ahead and do a double whammy on you. You know what I'm saying? This is Birdie Green, and this is a dope record. Actually, I didn't know about it for a minute, but my man DJ Einstein hit me up to this because it's a song in here he plays on his set all the time when he DJs, and I was like, I gotta get that. So I ran into this at PM Sound. Shout out to my boy Irv.
What's the name of the song?
It is, I believe it's Hurt So Bad, I think, but I can't remember exactly the name of the song. But that's dope. And then I got this there too at PM Sounds, Lullaby for Linda Hill. It's just a nice spiritual jazz record, real smooth. It's in the Nimbus family.
What the hell is Nimbus?
Nimbus spiritual jazz label is Nimbus.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And it's dope. And
What would you say is the father of spiritual jazz?
The father of spiritual jazz?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I would say Pharoah Sanders definitely did lots
John
of
Coltrane.
John Coltrane thing? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Well, hey. They're both dope. But scoop both of these up. Two bomb ladies right here.
Now that Birdie Green, there's a green cover one. I've been looking for that one. There's a sample in there from like used back like in the 80s, one of the old 80s hip hop groups. Somebody sampled it.
Oh wow.
The Prodigal Son or something is the name of the song.
Okay.
But yeah,
No.
that Birdie Green. Going to rare labels. Two good finds for me this year. We're on the Eastbound label. As you know, Eastbound was a sister label of Westbound.
Yep.
Known for Funkadelic and Ohio players.
Yes, sir.
And first one is Smiling, the 19th hole, Billy Wooden.
Yes.
Excellent cover, Slipping in the Darkness, and You Caught Me Smiling Again. Cover of Sly and the Family Stone. And then Bill Mason.
Yep.
Getting Off.
Killer.
You know. And shout out to a man, Mark, at Vacation Vinyl for this one.
Hooked you up.
And shout out to Wax Artifacts on Reverb.com on Instagram. He had this one. I got this off of him.
Nice.
He has some very... I love his shop because he has some very good grails, and he ain't got the butt rate prices on them. You know? Like he's very reasonable when it comes to the price. So if you haven't shop Wax Artifacts on Reverb, check him out, man, because he has some real good ones. I got 2 records coming from him soon.
Well, speaking of what they say is a grail, I don't know if that's the case, but
you know it's a goddamn grail.
Ned Delaney, Hard Candy. Shout out to my boy Kirk on this one and the Connect on this. But Kirk Lazarus.
Where's he
the
from?
homie, you know what I'm saying? He's from near the LB area.
IG, fool.
Oh, yeah, IG.
Give them their props, man. It helps with the business.
Okay. Well, shout out to Kirk Lazarus on check him out on IG. Produced by Steve Cropper. This is basically what they call blue-eyed soul, basically modern soul. He's the guy that didn't really make it as a singer. He's dope, but he didn't really make it. But I think he kind of made it more as a writer. And his claim to fame is he wrote "A Love of Your Own" for a Average White Band.
I wonder why everybody wanted that record.
You know what I'm saying? And then this album includes his version of that song. So, you know what I mean? And that's a dope song. So, I mean, that may be why people want it. But Hard Candy, definitely one of my favorite finds of 2018. You know what I mean? What up?
Oh, I got so much stuff, man. I don't even know what to go to next, man. I was trying to think of a segue.
It's too fat of a stack, y'all. Let's go.
Since we're talking about
No, there you go. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying?
We lost David Axelrod this year, right?
Yes, we did.
And which is unfortunate because he was a very great composer and arranger. And this was one of the pieces I needed to complete my discography of him. I think I need the Messiah.
You could wait on that.
But I heard I've seen that before, and I keep hearing, You know, so I'm waiting to find it for cheaper. But seriously, Deep
Dope
was a
album.
great find. Of
Yeah, you
mine.
know, and some people say, I mean, I've heard that this is like the hardest one to get. I don't know if that's the case.
I think they're all hard to get to a degree. I mean, I found it at a record store, so like I said, it found me. Shout out to Sound Stations, you know. That's where I caught this one from. There was a brother online that said Sound Stations never have anything. And I think you just might go into the wrong days, man.
It might have been me that said that.
Plenty of heat I found in Sound Stations. Not to blow up the spot, but they're a good record store.
Well, that's dope. Let me go to this right here. Speaking of local spots, Los Islas de Texas.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Joe Bravo. And shout out to Sanford's on this one. Sanford's Antiques. They had this chilling in there, and I went there one day and copped it. Really, really decent price. And you know, the reason why people even want this record is just because he does a version of excuse me, of Sissy Strut by the Meters.
Okay.
So you know, so people like that little groove, so they go and scoop it for that. But it's a dope groove. It's a dope version of it. So
Did you like it?
I did, so that's why I got it. It's a dope version. So scoop it up if you don't have it. Joe Bravo, Los Islas de Texas. Word up.
Do 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 do. Again, David Porter, Victim of the Joke and Opera. I've had this for quite some years, but this is the first time I was able to get one with the clown on the front, not torn off. So that's why this is notable to me. You know, I think I copped this up at the Smorgasbord.
Yeah.
This year.
So decent price.
Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely decent.
Hey, got a famous Biggie sample in there. They say.
They say, or it is. I think everybody knows this on that record. You know.
Well,
Shout out to the RZA, the Jizzy.
Well, this right here is what I call the trick. I guess you call the trickery moment, but I'm still going to include it. That's tomorrow, and I found this sealed, and it's definitely one of the records I've been looking for a long time. When I first found out about it years ago, just a real like funky, just a funky nice album on Flying Dutchman. The reason why I call it a trickery moment because I got it sealed, so I didn't know if it was an OG or not. Got home, I was like, okay, it's a re. But dope album if you ever see the OG or even this reissues.
Any notable players
the music
on
is
there?
crazy. Bob Thiel produced it, of course. Go ahead and copy it. Let's scoop it up. Go ahead,
He's cracking his seal.
I'm cracking the
Live
seal.
on air.
Live on air. See, Joe Zono wrote a song in here. And
Did they, when you bought it, did they tell you it was OG?
Gene Page is the arranger on here.
Or did they treat you like that?
They didn't tell me. They you know, it was just in the pen. I was like, oh my god, it's tomorrow.
Okay.
And I was like, you know, got home. I was like, okay, it's a break.
Anybody sample off of that? Or?
No, but there was a fat drum break on here, and it's just a really good listen. It's one of my, you know, just an incredible listen, and I definitely recommend it. So, Newport News, Virginia, Esther Morrow, scoop it up, please. What you got, man?
I'll go into some soul and fun. So, called Getaway Train by the Earth Disciples.
Yes.
And I got this from one of DJ Young Einstein's famous auctions. Definitely check him out on eBay and Instagram. He has some great procurer of drum breaks and just overall cool guy. And got this from him this year. Got another Stax rarity. Roy Lee Johnson. I think PE might have sampled something off here.
I like that cover though.
It's a classic drum break. There's some samples on here. But definitely soulful and funky.
Nice.
You know. Finally got a sample of J.J. Barnes, Born Again.
Nice.
And I got this because he had a cover of "I Just Make Believe I'm Touching You,"
Uh-huh.
which is a song Debbie Taylor has on her album. "I'm Coming Down on You." I make believe I touching you. I really liked her version, and so I heard his and grabbed it, and then was surprised to see there was a Dilla joint that he sampled on here.
Yeah.
"You Are Just a Living Doll," I think. But this album is produced by Patrick Adams, who's known for producing disco hits and producing Black Ivory, and but it's definitely a soulful, funky listen. And Perception was another great soul label. Perception. Yep. Who else were they associated with? Today Records.
Yeah, Today, yeah. Dope.
And then
that's
Count on 4, Dream World.
Yep.
I've been wanting this one for a while, and it's hard to find it.
It's hard to find it
without paying $100 or more for it.
You see some of the 45s from this album sometimes.
You see the 45s, and you always see the ones with the collectible, the reissue with the collectible. And we gotta keep it OG. So it took me a while to find an OG one that didn't have a butt rate price on it, and I was able to grab it. And then again, shout out to my man Manny from Moonshine Records. I copped this Sam D's, The Show Must Go On from him. There's definitely some dope soul on here.
Nice.
Very understated album.
I gotta exclude that myself. Yeah, man. Let me go to. I'm gonna do a shout out to my lady combo. You know what I'm saying, real quick. You know what I'm saying. What's up with that, man?
A little intermission music.
Word up. So we got this right here. This is Macy and the Kingsmen, and I got The Awakening. You know what I'm saying? The Pharaohs, and my lady got these for me, man. One for Christmas and one for our anniversary. So,
okay. Welcome to the club.
So, Mason and the Kingsmen doing our
thing.
Now you
can stop bothering me about mine.
You know what I mean? Dope album.
Well, it's interesting. You got writing on yours, too.
Yeah. I don't know who Drew is, but shout out to Drew. But I love this album. It's just a funky album. I mean, yeah, because they left James Brown after, they weren't affiliated with him anymore after when they did this, but it's still funky. It still sounds like James Brown funk. And there's some bangers on here.
Well, it was James Brown band.
Yeah, true. But he wasn't directing them anymore.
They learned from him. You hear the James Brown influence, and you can hear the lack of James Brown on there. Mm-hmm. But even in the lack of James Brown, it still got some good moments on it.
Word up.
It's definitely famous for Gangstar.
Gangstar sample in here. Big shout out to Premier on that one. And The Awakening, the Pharaohs, you know what I'm saying? I already know what's going on with the Pharaohs.
Yeah, show that cover, man. Don't be ashamed. Hey,
little,
man, you can't listen to the cover.
Yeah, true. Cover a little beat, but the record is cool. And
you can hear the music. That's all that
and
matters.
This is a dope, funk / spiritual jazz album. And the cool thing about the Pharaohs is they later became the horn section for Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so... This is early though, obviously, but this is real dope. And I don't think they get enough. Maybe because people don't know about them. They don't think they get enough props though, in terms of like the conversation.
Yeah.
So they're dope.
Let me tell you something out there, people. Don't be ashamed of your records. Torn, scratched, warped, whatever. If you get enjoyment from it, that's all that matters, man. I find records like this, for instance. Split seams. You think I believe it? Hell no.
Delphonics.
Delphonics. This one, it's hard to find, for cheap or not having to pay whatever for it, And this is their first one. And, Allah means I love you. Look of Love.
Look of Love was on there?
Look of Love was on there.
Dang.
I'm sorry. A lot of dope joints on here, man. And,
I don't have this record.
You need to get it, man. No, my brother. You got to get your own. But I say that to say, man, you know, yeah, there's few people that have the most mintiest of record convention. I mean, record collections, and if they do, you know, either they got it passed down or they're paying the prices for it. You know, you get lucky, you get something for $1, $2, $3, $5, whatever. It's playable. Enjoy it, man. You know, start a copy till you can get a better one if you so desire.
Word up. Well, I'm gonna go here real quick since you know what I'm saying? This is my
but I'm also, since you were talking about James Brown, I didn't want to get too far. Bam, Fred Wesley and the JBs. Damn right I am somebody. This one, it might have been my most exciting find in the field.
For 2018?
The 2018. One, because this is a very rare one. You think it's damn right, it's Fred Wesley, I've seen this everywhere. Yeah, but this is the promo version with the secret song, Love and Happiness, a tribute to the disc jockeys and radio stations. This ain't on the regular one. This ain't on the regular one. They basically have, you know, got the band playing Al Green's Love and Happiness and give him a shout out to Hold Down the Soul while they were incapacitated, and just shouting out the different radio stations that played their music and showed love. And
that's a dollar bin fine, right?
Dollar bin fine. You know, paid $2 for it, but it was in the dollar bin, and it was in the back underneath, which I rarely ever look through, especially all the way to the back. But like I say, records find you. And when I saw it, I was like, I was gonna grab it anyway just because it was Fred Wesley's and the JVs for $2. But then when I flipped it over and saw the Damn Right I'm Somebody Loving Happiness, I was like, shh, touchdown! Like,
that's a dope come up, man. That's a nice score, man.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of dollar bin fines, I'm gonna do a double dollar bin fine moments for me of 2018. Blue Blow and Roy Ayers Coffee. And so I caught the Roy Ayers Coffee at a little dollar bin, and I was like, oh my god, I must be dreaming.
It looks like a promo with this advertised merchandise open immediately.
I was like, oh, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? Of course. And then Blue Blow is just a drum break that I found out about many years ago. I always wanted to try to find it. It's a version of Stevie Wonder's Superstition. And you know, whenever you see Superstition, you assume it's gonna drum break. So this one I found out about many years ago when shout out to Supreme LaRock when he did the Status Break series. He had this on there.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, you know, it's one of the ones I wanted to find. So definitely I got these in the dollar bin recently at a couple of thrift spots, and I'm happy about that.
Now, how good was the condition that the coffee was in?
It was decent.
Decent?
It was decent. I was very shocked. Even
if it wasn't decent for $1, you buy it anyway.
Exactly.
Speaking of decent, you know, something else. Cannonball Adderley.
Yes.
I should have mentioned this earlier when you talked about Blue Notes, but I forgot. But I found this at the thrift store. Yeah, it's a little, like you say, decent. But the one good thing about the Blue Notes, and this one actually has the ear on it, you know, no matter how beat they got,
they play.
You know, a little bit more cleaner, takes some of the noise out, but it plays. And it's like, wow.
Why do you think is it like where they pressed the vinyl at? The way, I mean, is it their machine, their vinyl cutting machine, or what do you think it was?
I think they had a deep groove, so you know, the grooves were deep enough that little outside scratches didn't mess with the needle tracking and everything. And then a lot of stuff was in mono, so it was like, you know, I don't know if this is in mono or not. I assume it is, but mono, you hear less noise from mono than you do stereo records and stuff. So, beat up Blue Note, I'll grab it anytime.
Well, let me go here, man, and let you jazz of my man Gus right here. And this is a crazy, like, you know, one of the crazy, like, exercise records, I guess, of the 70s. And shout out to my boy Mandro 3000 for the connectedness to Johnny Frigo Sextet. Johnny Frigo Sextet is the people that did the music on here, and it's dope because they do a version of Scorpio.
Oh, okay.
By Dennis Coffey. Yeah. So you know, that's the break and everything, and it's real funky. So that's why a lot of people look for this album. It's kind of like, I mean, I guess you could say it's a grail, but it's definitely a sought after record. And just for that break
So
alone.
wise.
Just for that break alone, but
I guess you can say it.
I guess, I don't know.
That's
but I mean,
why some people look for it.
But-
So pretentious.
But I mean, but yeah, Johnny Frigo, scoop it up if you ever see it. Shout out to my boy Mandro once again for the connect on that. What you got, man?
I got some. Some flea market finds.
Uh-huh.
Or some. What the world don't move. Some. Well, I'll say some more surprise record store finds. Ride On with Jesus by the Victors. And what is great about this album, they have a song called Magnificent Sanctuary Band. And the drum break on here is sick. Now, I would have loved to find the 45, but if you can't get the 45, get the album. 45 knocks. This one you can see, I got lucky, and I found it for 99 cents. I think this is up there with that JB's, because I never expected to find this in the wild where I found it at. And it makes me think, like, shit, how long had it been there? But Right Along with Jesus, the Victors. The Impressions. Finally got myself together. This is one of the, I think the last one I needed to complete my Impressions discography. You know, of course, this one doesn't have Curtis on it, but it's definitely a dope one. I think it's a small little drum break on here and stuff.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, this has
dope
Sam
samples,
Bidden,
too.
Fred Cash, Reggie Torian, and Ralph Johnson. So I guess this ain't even got Leroy Hudson on it. But
Or Jerry Butler.
well, Jerry Butler was like back in the '60s and '50s and shit. At this but yeah, this one I was glad to find this one, and I forgot the name of it. I got it from a record store on Melrose, a new record store. You know. And this was a shocker. Little Beaver, Joey. I got to shout out Rap Cats for this one. I believe this was at the DJ Shadow one I found it at. You know. And this is actually the only record I found that I liked that whole time and bought. So
Where does it come up, though?
it found me.
Wow. What's up with this, Ralphie, though, man?
I never had it before, man. This is the next ones are a few flea market finds. I didn't really have too much luck at the flea market this year. Oh, I take that back. I didn't have much luck, but I did manage to find a few things a few times I went to the flea market this year. And Ralphie by Ralphie Pagan was one. And this is definitely nice. It continues that vibe of the Make It With You. That's the only one I'm familiar with, is the Make It With You album. It continues that vibe. I like his soul and his Latin soul style.
Right.
Definitely, if you see this one, grab it.
Nice.
I enjoyed it. Cleveland Eden, half and half. Definitely funky and jazzy. You know. Now this next one,
Wow.
I've had, actually these next two, I've had and got rid of. Jorge Dalto, and then Funk Factory.
That Jorge Dalton was crazy.
You know what? The copy I got from you, and it was very damn noisy. So I couldn't really appreciate it. This one was cleaner, and after listening to it, I like it a lot better. I'm definitely going to keep it. And the Funk Factory, at first, I really wasn't feeling it when I had it way back then and traded it off. But after listening to it again, I guess I like it. I'm going to keep them this go around. And then this one was a strange find. I never expected to see this in the flea market, but fresh out of Borstal. Nice little drum break on here. It's like a Polish jazz record from Borstal is the name, the English gift to juvenile prisons, and they do a few Rolling Stone covers, and I have to look this up more about it, but
some drum breaks on there.
you know, but it's a great listen, man. I enjoy it. So these are my
Flea
flea
market.
market finds for the year.
Well, we'll do the black and white cover series right here. This is Hard Soul inspiration. Definitely a grail that I ran into. And shout out to my boy Dave at
Factory.
well, Factory Records. Used to be Noise, but he changed it to Factory Records. And it's a cool, garage type, private press record. They do a version of "I'm Gonna Love You More" just a little bit, or "I'm Gonna Love You Just a Little Bit More," "Baby" by Barry White,
Mm-hmm.
and Break on it, everything like that. It's a small version, so dope record. Definitely a nice piece to have in the collect. And then this right here is definitely one of my nice finds of 2018, but it wasn't really a find. Got it from yours truly right here, and we already explained this on a different episode before if y'all watched it. And just a dope piece, Saturday Night Special by Lima Butter Trio. And, just two of my favorite finds of 2018 right there, man. That's a black and white right there.
Yeah. Two black and whites. Since we talk about black and white, the Coasters on Broadway. This one has a sample for Yabba Dabba Doo and by Chubb Rock. And Skins with Pete Rock, CL Smooth, and Grand Puba.
Mm-hmm. Which one do you like better?
Yabba Dabba Doo.
Yeah, I like Skins better.
I think Yabba Dabba Doo came on first though.
I can't remember. I can't
Back
remember.
in the 80s and
It was 92.
late 80s,
It was
early
92.
90s.
But... Well, actually, you might have been right. Because Treat 'Em Right came out in 90 and was on that album. So you might be right.
Yabba Dabba Doo.
But I like Grand Puba better than I like Chubb Rock. So that's why.
Chubb Rock wasn't no slouch. He was a man for
He's
a
nice.
while.
He's nice.
You know what I'm saying? Chubb jumped on the scene with the pocket full of green. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chubb Rock wherever he is. I have the 45 of this too.
Really?
But
Down Home Girl? Really?
yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Call it the flea market.
Mm-mm-mm.
But I always want the album version. The album. And the rest of the album is a bunch of coaster songs, glitchy type of joints.
Uh-huh.
That definitely is a standout.
What's up with this
Down
right
Home
here?
Girls. And then Solaris.
Wow.
And this
I've heard about this. Yeah.
this goes against my this is a departure for me. I usually don't go for 80s funk boogie type of records and stuff. But I heard it and I liked it. And it wasn't too pricey. I got this from Freak Beat Records.
Nice.
So shout out to Freak Beat.
Nah, that's ill, man. That's a nice one to have right there. Let me go right here real quick. Speaking of stuff I got from people, this is the Peddlers. You know what I'm saying? And this is just a cool, kind of like a library type record, but it's like a Peddlers London Philharmonic Orchestra playing like funky stuff though. And I got this from my boy Patah, hooked me up, and it got some fast samples on here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Scream Marches, my crew. But yeah. Scoop
So
this up.
is it a classical record? Or is it classical orchestra playing funk songs?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's just like funky grooves. You know what I mean? Nice pockets to sample. A lot of ill loops, chops, whatever you do. But nice record. Scoop it up for all my producers out there. Peddlers.
Just be thankful. As we wind down,
So,
we talk about the Jackson 5.
Yeah.
Boogie.
word
I
up.
think one of the rarest Jackson records to get. This is on Natural Resources, and Motown basically put this out in spite, because the Jacksons had moved on to CBS
Or Epic, yeah.
and Epic, CBS, whatever, and so they had their new their songs. So the Jacksons, they put them out. Most of them, it's like a couple of new unreleased songs, and then some of their hits and stuff like that. And the reason I got here is Just Because I Love You was a song that I want to hear, and that was sampled by Joe Budden for one of his many Drake disses. Then shout out to my man Atlanta Wax Junkie. for his set sales online. On there, I got to find a Sweet Home. This is sampled by De La Soul from Tell Me What's More. And it's like one of their 12-inch B-sides. And definitely some dope drums and funky soul on here. You know.
Dope.
And finally got me a Johnny Pate Outrageous. I've been wanting this for a while.
Nice record.
And caught it for a nice price. Online. eBay, I think.
Nah, it's hot.
Now I just got to find brothers on the run, and I'll be good with my Johnny Pater.
Well, I got two beautiful ladies right here. This is Betty Griffin, Free Spirit, and shout out to Record Recycler.
I got that one.
Yeah, shout out to Record Recycler, your boy Roy in the house.
I found mine at in the flea market.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just like a little, 80s soul funk record. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's dope.
And then Rita Moss, spiritual jazz record, Inner Experience, really dope spiritual jazz record. Very hard to find, but if you ever see it, scoop it up. You see Rita Moss records all the time, but it's the one you don't see.
That's the one you don't see?
Yeah. So,
I was going to say that name sounds familiar.
So scoop it up. You know what I mean? And real quick, you got anything else real quick? Or you?
I got some more.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. We'll talk about a few the good news, best of good news. This one is known for a nice funky drum break on here. Definitely great find. Got it online, I believe. You know, I don't know what's up with. I got it for a good price, but it's really like $1, $2, $4 record. But because it's a drum break, people will put up online for $20, $30 and something like that. And I'm like,
it's a cool break.
The break is dope, but it ain't. I believe you should pay accordingly.
I agree.
The rest of the music ain't good, or it ain't heavily sampled.
I agree.
But I got it for a great price, so I wasn't mad at it. Then Songbird is another good gospel label on ABC, and this one is Paul Owens and the Capital City Star Singers. Jesus is on the main line, and it's funky. Nice soulful funky stuff. Definitely a good, add to the collection to complete my Songbird collection. It doesn't complete my Songbird collection by far, but it adds to it, and but there's still a lot of stuff on Songbird, But at any rate, this is a good one to have. And then since I should have mentioned this earlier, my segue skills is off since we talked about John Coltrane. John Coltrane, Both Directions at Once, the Lost album. This is the double LP one, and I grabbed it. And definitely a great listen.
Nice. All right, well, winding down, I got some staying in the Christian range here. Soul Liberation. You know what I'm saying? It's like boogie funk gospel, basically. And definitely definitely a nice piece to have. Definitely a Grail. Scoop it if you ever see it. Another Grail gospel, Sweeter.
Yeah, go over here.
You know what I'm saying? Here we go. And this is basically by Timothy Carpenter. And the album is really cool, like gospel, funk / jazz groove. Shout out to my boy Timmy on that for the connect.
Timmy Mezzi.
Yep.
And it's a nice fat drum break on that Sweeter.
Fat drum break. And then you got this, God of All of Us. You know what I'm saying? Got this from my boy B-Dub right here, back in the days.
Back in the day,
back early this year. Right? It was earlier this year, though. So back in the earlier 2018. And God of All, this is dope. It's a dope Christian record with some dope grooves to sample. Shout out to J. Cole. He already gobbled one up.
Yeah.
The one I wanted to use. But, yeah, it's dope. So, you know what I mean? Scoop all three of those up if you ever see them. You know what I mean?
Let's see. How many more you got?
Just a couple more.
All right. This was a good find. Another flea market find.
Nice.
Disco Blowfly.
Uh-huh.
You know, you never can go wrong with a Blowfly. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet because I got kids and, you know, I have to catch them when they're not home to play this. Because I'm not ready to explain all the nuances of a Blowfly record to a 7-year-old. But, you know.
Well, shout out to my boy DITC for life, a.k.a. Bobby, that mastermind. And this is like a funk record, y'all know. You know what I'm saying? 70s funk. You know, look at him. You know what I mean? At the afros and the, you know, the 70s gear on. But what's cool about this record was it's on Prelude, but what made me want to get it was this, I'm just a fan of a lot of Alchemist production, and he's like a real ill sample in here for what's his face, the white dude that sounds like Ghostface, Action Bronson, yeah. So yeah, he used something for Action Bronson here, a real dope sample I thought, and then this is the Fat Gains. You know what I mean? Kind of hard to see because it's all super white, but Fat Gains, and this album is comes right before the other album that he did, the Soul Disco, the blue one.
Mm-hmm.
But this one has some cool songs on here, like he does "Let's Stay Together" by Al Green, "Backlash" by Freddie Hubbard. You know what I mean?
Any sample-worthy joints on there?
A couple little guitar licks you can definitely use.
I mean, but anything anybody use?
Oh, no, nobody used, not that I know of. But yeah, it's just another cool record to scoop up. So yeah, two killer soul records right there to scoop up if you ever see them, and definitely my favorite find of 2018, no doubt about it.
Well, as we wind down to a close, my two absolute favorite finds of the year: Matty Moss Clark and the Clark Sisters. Matty Moss Clark presents the Clark Sisters.
Yep.
And Clark Sisters. Jesus has a lot to give. Oh, man.
We don't have to go into all...
This one was a great one to find. Now, I found this one first of the two. And this one is hard to find. I think this one is more rare of the two to find. This one, you see this one going for excess of like 1,000 and all that. And I was like,
a G?
Yeah.
Wow.
No way I was not paying $1,000 for this record.
Or any record.
You know, if I had it, I might pay certain, but, you know, maybe Stark Reality, but, you know, that's not. But fortunately, I was able to find one online for a lot cheaper, you know, so I grabbed it. And then this one had eluded me for a while, you know.
That's their first album, right?
This is the first one. There's a stupid drum break on here.
Sick.
A cover of their Ain't No Sunshine. And, you know, a lot of near misses and false starts and all that with this one. But shout out to Cream Tangerine, and got this from them, and I've been very satisfied with this one, you know. And
nice. I mean,
completes my Clark Sisters discography.
Yeah.
I have all the records now.
Yeah,
you know.
And I checked out the Unsung. It was ill, man.
Definitely
Yeah.
great watch.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
man. Well, you know what? 2018 was a pretty good year, as you can see.
All in all, man.
Record wise.
In the words of William Devon, be thankful for what you got.
Word up. You know what I'm saying? And
we get a lot of questions and comments and stuff, and props about our record collection, and by no means are we bragging. You know, no means. You know, we're just expressing our exuberance for our finds.
Exactly.
And you are our audience. You know, we just want to share with you what we like to find, what we're listening to. Maybe put some things on your radar that you might not be up to, and hopefully you put us up on some things that might not be on our radar.
Exactly.
You know, this show is to share with you guys. You know,
share knowledge.
Share our taste. You know, express our opinions. You know, talk about records and stuff, man. You know,
and shout out to this to everybody out. I'm sorry. I thought you was back.
Hopefully in 2019 he won't interrupt me. You making me lose my train of thought, man. Now I forgot what I was on. Go ahead, man.
Well, you did a pregnant pause. I mean,
I was breathing and shit. Man. Next time I'm saying, anything you want to say?
Nah, but I mean, to piggyback on what you were saying, I mean, just, we just want to share knowledge with y'all. Thank you for everyone that's been watching the show. We love. Shout out to Shiny Boy. What up, boy? And
Are we at the shout out portion of the show now?
Yeah, you might as well. You know what I'm saying? Give shout outs to him. Bridget was with the black jazz shirts.
Bridget Barbitch.
Yes.
Our first what do you call it? Supplier. Our first
supplier.
First person we got some merch from. Shout out to you. We appreciate it very much. And definitely when we get these in mass production, we got you coming.
They coming.
Shout out to
They coming. Shout out to
Quincy at the Castle
King,
Love,
aka the Castle Love.
For our first guest. Shout out to DJ Mona Lisa.
Yep.
For our second guest.
Manny Moonshine.
Shout out to Manny Moonshine for letting us shoot his store and his third guest.
Guzzo for helping out a little bit.
Shout out to Guzzo Funk for helping us out. Definitely, you guys all got a shirt, a hat coming. Soon as we get some. And shout out to y'all, man. I mean, again, you guys watch us, keep us going. The comments, the praise, the what is the word? The anticipation for episodes. It keeps us coming. Sometimes it can be a bit of a chore doing these things, but it's a labor of love. And again,
well, that definitely. So conclude season 1. We're gonna be back with season 2 with much more goodies. You know what I'm saying? But thank you for watching. 2018 is out. Peace.
I just want to shout out everybody that's taking the time to give us a like, subscribe to us, offer some constructive criticism. Watch the shows, look forward to the shows. I mean, again, this all started from just an experiment, just a thought, like, hey, man, let's see if our conversations can get people interested in watch us and listen to what we have to say, and we can make a difference. I'm surprised got this far and this much traction. I hope I've gotten bigger quicker.
We got you some response, I think,
I want to get some ad dollars.
You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody out there watching the show. I want to give a special shout out to everybody.
I wasn't finished, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you was done.
Don't you notice he always rushes?
I thought you was done.
At the end of the show, man, he always rushes. Where you gotta go, man?
I thought you was done.
Where you gotta go?
I thought you was done.
I'm done when I'm done speaking. When I pass the mic. God, you made me forget what I wanted to say. Damn it. Again,
ad dollars.
Thanks everybody. That have been amused, entertained, educated, enlightened by us. We love records. I love records. We love music. You can see some of the discussions we have, the passion that we have for this, and we just want to share it with you guys.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully you can take it and learn from what we offered and take it further.
Yep.
For all those out there that have an idea to do something similar or whatever, go for it. Because I had the idea. I didn't see anything like this. So with all our the pros and cons of doing this was an experiment in love. Again, I appreciate the views and the responses, and hopefully we can take it to another level. Or will we inspire people to do something or whatever. Humbly, thank you. I appreciate you. Family, other friends.